everyone, this is Miss Preston. I would like to tell you today about how your student uses Seesaw to do different activities. So as you can see, I have a student iPad here. We have some apps here. As we scroll, there are more apps. My students in my class have folders for math apps and for reading apps. Not all students will have that, but that's just something we did to organize a little bit. This app that we're going to talk about today is Seesaw. So when your student goes on Seesaw, this is what their profile looks like. They have a journal, which is activities that they have already completed. They have an activities button, which is activities that they need to do. And they have messages, which will give them messages from the teacher. As a parent, you also have a Seesaw account and you will have messages from the teacher. You'll be able to send messages back and forth. Students only get to see what messages I send them. They will not be able to respond. They also have notifications. So if I comment on something or I like something, it'll come up here. So or if I send it back, things like that. But let's go into activities and see how to do activities. So on this page, it will show all the activities. If you scroll down, there's lots of activities that your kid may have. There's a pinned activity, as you can see. For me, my Google Meet schedule is there, so that's an activity that will have the links to certain things I want the kids to be able to access. A regular activity looks like this. There are directions. So if your kid is having trouble knowing what to do, you can definitely have them read those directions. Sometimes teachers will also record their voice so that there's a play button. Oops. So that if they click on it, this comes up, but most of the time they're going to want to click on Add Response. And that will give them the chance to complete an activity. So in this activity, there's a passage, which I have recorded a video of me reading. So the kids can click on that and hear the passage. Then they go to the next page and they may write or type their answers. So in order to write their answers, they're going to want to be on the pencil. And sometimes this is easier to have a stylus to do. We could say what, or if that's a little bit too hard to do, they can also type. They can click on the T and they get a text box. To manipulate their text box, oops, why is that not working? Let's do a space in there so that it won't go away. To manipulate their text box, there are all these dots. If you pull in the corners, it makes the text much bigger. If you make the corner smaller, it makes the whole text box smaller. If you don't want the text to change size, but you want the box to change size, you pull on the edges or you pull down to make it wider. That can then get moved and they can type their answers. Sometimes teachers will start the sentence, and if they click in there, they can continue the typing. There's also a drawing tool that they can draw with, change the colors here. Highlighter tool allows them to highlight things. Glow pen, usually they're not going to use, but it is a glow pen. Eraser obviously erases. If you click twice on the eraser, you can click erase all the drawing. All these tools, if you click twice, they're different sizes. The other thing that's really cool is that students can record their voice. Hello, it's great to see you. And you can even draw. And after they're done, they click done. And then, hello, it's great to see you. And you can even draw. The other thing they can do is snap a picture. So they can click on picture, they can make a video of themselves, they can upload a document from their iPad. If they are typing something or drawing something, they can take a picture. It's just going to be the desktop. And there's their picture. And when they are done, it's very important that they click this green check mark. That sends it to the teacher, and the teacher can look it over and correct things and send it back if needed. Oh, the other tools that are important to know about is this zoom in button. Sometimes it's really hard to draw things or whatever, and it's easy if it's zoomed in. The way to move that is using this box. You can't move things on this. That kind of messes up students sometimes. If they click on those 3 little dots in a square, it makes so all the extra stuff around this side goes away. So if they're having trouble seeing something, that might be helpful. To get it back, you click on the pencil again. Undo is very helpful. So if you're trying to move around something and I don't know, it gets flipped around, or you by accident made it upside down, or whatever, you by accident turned it with your 2 fingers. It's really helpful. Sometimes students say, I don't know what I did. All you say is, just do your undo, and it will go back to the way it was. Again, it's very important that your student clicks the check mark when they're done.